Good morning, you guys. Well, it's morning for me at least. Today I wanted to take you on a tour of my office. Like I said a couple weeks ago, I finally have my office to the point where I'm pretty happy with it. Of course, I do want to change out the furniture, and that's probably going to happen sometime within the next year or so, but I never consider furniture purchasing to be like a huge must-happen kind of thing. It is what it is right now, and I wanted to show you guys around. So I'm not wearing makeup today just because my eyes have really been bothering me. My eye right here is really swollen, and I don't know what's going on, like my lower eyelid, so we're just giving everything a bit of a break today, but I wanted to kind of take you on a tour. Okay, so like everything I do, we are keeping it real. I do have a gate outside of my office to keep tiny toddlers out of it, because I have seen what happens when people let their toddlers into their offices and filming rooms and have access to their makeup. That does not happen in my house because that would be a disaster. I have my door, of course, and I have my purse always hangs on this hook, whatever coat I'm wearing, etc. That way it's easy to grab, and I have my Cookie and Chucky keychains because they're adorable. So I'm just going to take you around the room this way. Yes, I am a grown adult, and I do have a BTS wall. And yes, my husband is perfectly fine with it. In fact, he loves it. So this is kind of like my little BTS wall. And then I have all my albums there. And then right here is actually a jar. It's kind of a weird thing. I like to keep wristbands and confetti from concerts and events I go to. I have a ton in scrapbooks from years previous, but I have not scrapbooked in years. So I'm just keeping them in that little container. Over here, I have a bunch of headbands. Some I use for day-to-day wear, some I use for filming. And then over here, I have my favorite glittery ampersand, a change jar back in the corner, and a ton of washi tape. Down here, I have a big chunk of my art stuff. I've got some old magazines that I keep just in case I need them for anything. And then I have some coloring books, markers, pencils, more markers, and more pencils. I have my big camera case, and then I have books. I do not keep a lot of paper books around the house, mainly because they hold a lot of dust. So I tend to mostly use digital books, even though I love the feel of a paper book. So I actually get a lot of books from the library very regularly, but I just don't like having a lot around the house because it's a lot of dust. So I have a bunch of the original copies of Harry Potter books, Homer and Shakespeare, of course. And then down here, I have some really old Shakespeare books. These, of course, aren't in mint condition. These were found at an old library sale years ago. But these books were printed in, let me see, 1899. These were printed in. So these books are well over 100 years old. So I pretty much these live on my shelf and nothing happens to them. I just keep them nice. I hate that they have like stamps and stuff all over them. I wish that they were still in perfect condition, you know, as perfect condition as a 100-year-old book can be. I never read these. I just keep them because I don't know what will happen to them. And to me, a copy of Shakespeare that's that old is worth keeping. I have another Harry Potter and Frank, and then I have a bunch of books that all deal with very closely with people's lives. All of the books I love are either deal with history or deal with like people's lives and struggles and things like that. So these are some of my very favorites. Then over here I have some more history-based books, people's life-based books. The Glass Castle, highly recommend that one. Poe, of course. Then we have several Bibles that were family gifts from some family members who are no longer with us, so those are very sentimental. These are mostly my husband's books, which were also gifts. and he hangs onto those as well. He really doesn't read those a whole lot. He's definitely a read a book once kind of guy, while I'm like a read a book 500 times kind of person. So next we have my closet. I hate this room layout, but I kind of work with what I have. So if you pop open this closet, on the door, I have more storage. I love putting stuff on door hooks. This is my big bag that I use. I call it my tech bag. I use this primarily when traveling or when I'm going to be out all day. This can hold my laptop, my iPad, my planner. It does in notebooks. It can hold like everything in it. I think I got this for like $20 freaking dollars, and it's got these huge padded straps and it's amazing. And then this bag used to be my everyday purse until I started having shoulder problems, and then this became my daily tech bag. If I just need to grab my laptop and go somewhere for a while, this is what I take. So this is the majority of the time, and this is like when I need to haul everything with me. Also, I can put pins on this one, so I like it better. All right, this is my closet, which is an absolute freaking disaster at all times, pretty much. I have my Dyson hanging here. Then I have my sewing machine. I have boxes of old like memorabilia and stuff that needs to be organized. More boxes of crap. My drill, because I use it a lot. This box holds stuff from high school. I might go through this one day, but that's all stuff from high school. I actually need to get this stuff in a nicer box. And this is stuffed animals that are sentimental to me, mostly gifts I got from friends and stuff. And that is where I keep my empties box. Kind of a weird place, but it's what works for me. And then down here I have a bunch of personal files, stuff that needs repaired, more BTS posters, and then down here this is all just paperwork and files and stuff like that. And it also includes craft supplies because that's what I do for another job that I would do. So I have to keep a lot more stuff in my house than I actually really truly love, which is unfortunate, but it is the way it is. Back here I have a bunch of random stuff. This is wrapping paper, the guitar for Guitar Hero, a cutting mat, frames I need to put up, office supplies that I have nowhere else to put, and then this over here in the corner is all craft supplies that I use for work, except for this bottom drawer. This is all house stuff like drills, screwdrivers, etc. That is it for the closet. Now we have this corner. There is my window, and there is my exercise stuff, which I don't get to use nearly as often as I would like. But in here I have jump ropes, which I have not used since I injured my knee. I have ankle weights. I have bands. I have a little 5-pound weight. I have my yoga mat, which probably gets used the most out of everything. And my basketball, which I finally got last summer. I used to play basketball a lot and I really loved it. Obviously never like on team or anything because team sports are not my forte, but when I get stressed I like playing basketball because it's relaxing to me. So I have that. If we move this way, we have my filming space. There's a lot going on back here. So back here, right in this corner, I have this weird little shelf which I'm probably gonna get rid of, and it has like my sparkly Hello Kitty, a London Bridge replica, or London Tower Bridge, I'm not sure. It's got a little replica thingy I made, and then I have some of the stuffed animals I love on it, which I know is weird again, but I'm 17 in my head. And then I have my 2 soft boxes, and then I have my ring light, my tripod behind it, and then this is just kind of a crappy cheap light that I keep in my office because I need something that will light up the whole room that I can put really strong bulbs in, and that's great for that. I rarely use that during filming. I usually have that turned off when I film, but the rest of the time when I'm just working in here, I need it really well lit, so that does the job because there's no overhead lights in here. And then if I show you underneath my desk, you can see I have a power strip, and all of the filming equipment is tied into this power strip, so I can just flip it on and off when I want to film. And that has made the biggest difference in being able to film, is having that set up. Then over here in the corner, sitting sad and lonely and depressed, is my little printer. Okay, not little, this thing is huge, which is why I don't have space to put it on, because it's ginormous. I got a really big one, a good Canon, for printing out photos. So that's why I have that for. It is very rarely used. And then over here is just where I plug in my camera chargers. I knew you guys would want a desk tour. I actually have 2 desks in this room. One is here and one is back there. I'll show you in a minute. This is the monitor I use to make sure I'm in focus while I'm filming, so I can see what I'm doing and things like that, because my cameras tend to not be reliable at staying focused. So this helps a lot. I wish I had it on like a pole behind my filming space so it was easier to deal with and didn't take up so much space, but I'm not there quite yet. I don't have a super professional filming setup, but this is not too bad for just being thrown together. And then on this, I keep the 2 headbands I use the most, obviously. Over here, I keep my mirror, which is double-sided. I never use the magnified side though. And then I actually put this on the top of a round Soap and Glory like gift box thing. This was the top to it. And I took it off and covered it in washi tape. And I put my mirror on top of it because my mirror is so short and I couldn't find any taller ones that weren't like the simple human ones that are like a couple $100. So that works and brings it up to a good height. My desk itself is very, very old. My mom actually got this in exchange for some freelance work she did for someone back when I was a teenager. It used to be brown, then it went to pink, then it went to white, and then the top just got so trashed that I covered it in marble contact paper, and it has been this way for years, and it is so much better because this cleans up so nicely. So I just love that. I need to eventually repaint the handles and stuff, though I think I will get a new desk sometime soon, but this works out really well. I always have headphones everywhere. I need to have my headphones. And then this is where I keep the makeup that I tend to be using at the time. So I have this jar that has all my currently used brushes, which are very, very dirty. And then I have this jar that keeps my beauty blenders and my puffs. And then this is everything that I'm using currently. If you guys want a more detailed video on this, I can do that. But I keep taller stuff in a jar. I keep a washcloth here for getting color off of brushes or cleaning stuff up, etc. And then pretty much I try and keep this somewhat organized, but the 2 palettes I just did videos on are right there. Then in this drawer, I have my currently used makeup, which isn't used quite as frequently as the makeup there. That's like every single day currently makeup, and this is, I'm probably gonna want it like at least 3 to 4 times a week makeup. So this is all in here. It's fairly well organized. Normally it looks better than this, but to be honest, I did not organize it for this video, so everything's just kind of thrown in here. And normally I have my Sonia Kashuk brush cleaner here and it holds like everything in place, but I just ran out of that, so I need to get more. And then this drawer is where I keep all my daily stuff. This is like important notes, checks, etc. This is stuff I use on a regular basis, chargers, wireless headphones, business cards and stuff I keep here. This is from the adorable little used bookstore we found when we were in Chicago. I keep pens, pencils, supplies here that aren't super pretty, adhesive, stapler, name tag for the coaching I do. And then I have a crap ton of planner stickers here. I don't use these super often, but I have them when I want them. Post-its, because Post-its are life. And then just random Office-y supply stuff. And that's because my office desk does not have any drawers. Yes, I have 2 desks. We'll get there in a minute. First, this bookshelf. All right, so you guys probably recognize this view. This is from my background. So I recently redid it a little bit, but it's generally been the same for the past couple of years because it is what I like. So here I have a container that is filled with all of my nail polishes. And then I have this little drawer set up. These are technically scrapbooking drawers that my mom gave me forever ago, but these are excellent for makeup if you don't have like a dedicated makeup cabinet or like the really nice little clear drawers. These are great. So in here I have foundations, powders, blushes, highlights, and some of my specialty Halloween makeup. Down here I keep my other nail stuff, like my false nails, my couple extra polishes that wouldn't fit in the jar, and all the little tools and stuff, which of course my nails aren't done right now. In here I have all the samples I get from Sephora Play Boxes. I know you were wondering where they went. There and here. I keep them all in here. They're fairly well organized. And this way, anytime I want to grab something or try something new, it's right here. And this is palettes, eyes, and extra lip stuff. So some of the palettes I don't use super often are in here. And eye stuff I don't use super often is in here as well. And then these are mostly lipstick samples from Sephora Play Boxes that I am currently using. This isn't though. A couple of these were just individual purchases. Here I keep my lipsticks. These are mostly just full-size standard tube lipsticks or lip matte lips in here. Then here I keep more lip products and even more lip products. Yeah, I know, I have a problem. And then down here I keep eyeliners and like NYX Jumbo eye pencils and stuff like that. I don't use these very often, like at all. Then over I have my Amazon Tap, which I actually use fairly regularly in here. And then I have extra brushes. And then over here is where I keep my stuff for studying Korean. I have my big Korean notebook, my medium Korean notebook, my vocabulary notebook, and then this was my attempt at keeping a bullet journal. I suck at bullet journaling because I actually prefer the happy planners, just because bullet journaling is almost too artistic. I'm very, very, very artistic minded, and I will spend like 8 hours doing a bullet journal layout because that's what my brain says to do. So I actually have to not do that so I can get stuff done. And then these are the pens I use the most. I have the Zebra mild liners. I have the Papermate Inkjoy gels. I love those. I have a bunch of these. These are Sugarloaf brush pens. These are kind of like a knockoff of the Tombow brush pens, and they're really good. My daughter actually has the actual Tombow brush pens, but I've had these for probably like 10 years and they're still going. Like, this is ink that doesn't die, so I don't know what they put in these. And then I just have a variety of pens. These are the Friction Erasables. These are the Tombow calligraphy pens. I have a pencil in here, and then a whole bunch of Pigma Microns. So those are all my very favorite pens and markers, and they're pretty and they make me happy. Then I have my modem and my router. I need to have these where I can see them because my internet likes to go out at least once a month, so I need to be able to see the lights so I know when I have to yank the plugs and restart everything and possibly call and yell at the company. And over here I have a lot of palettes. The ones that didn't go up in these I keep here, and these are also the ones I tend to use the most. And that is actually the last of my makeup collection. I do not have a large makeup collection because because I'm not on anyone's PR list, so I have to buy everything myself. So it's very, very carefully chosen and curated, and only the things that I am willing to spend a lot of money on come into this house right now. So over here is my tech box. On top of it, I actually have a little clip that can go on my tripod to hold my phone. And normally my tripod that I'm using right now, my little mini Manfrotto tripod, goes on here, but I don't have it on there right now. And then this is just full of tech stuff. Like I've got cords, old Kindles, I've got portable hard drives, I've got my 3DS in here, I've got all kinds of stuff in here. Now I actually have another tech box that is in my bedroom closet that's like 8 times the size of this, that has like my old Wii, all my old phones, etc. But this is the stuff that I need like current access to. And then these drawers just hold random stuff. Like this is mostly bags for traveling and candles. This is photo frames and stuff that I haven't put up yet because I need a place to store it. I told you guys I don't like stuff that collects dust, so I always hesitate to put up frames and stuff in a house, and we've been here like 2 years and they're not up yet. And then this is mostly random boxes. I've got envelopes, I've got more candles, I've got thank you cards and stuff in here, so lots of little random goodies. And then over here is where the magic happens. Not that kind of magic. This is where I get work done. I have a Big Mac here, and then I have my laptop here. My Big Mac is used for mostly watching TV and YouTube and keeping me entertained, basically. And then most of the work actually happens on my laptop because I never know when I'm gonna have to pick up and like go somewhere real fast, but still have work to do. So I keep 98% of my work stuff on my laptop. These are the Amazon Basics headphones. These I love using for editing. The sound quality is really good, really clear. They're noise blocking, but not noise canceling, and they're just really nice to work with. Then underneath my computer, I have this little strand of starlights that I love. They're really cute, especially if you're working at night. And I have my keyboard and my mouse. I used to have a Magic Mouse, but I still have it, but it doesn't work. It won't connect. So I don't know what's wrong with it. Won't connect anymore. Fresh batteries, like nothing. So it just randomly died out of like nowhere. And then over here I have my Happy Planner, which is pretty much my paper brain. Everything goes into here. I cannot function without this because this lists everything I need to get done. I have tried planning exclusively online before or on a computer before, and it's just not the way my brain works. My brain cannot handle it. I have to see it on paper or I can't think it through, if that makes sense. I've tried like hundreds of times to plan digitally and it doesn't work. I always keep a candle right there. All right, guys, we're almost done. I want to show you my chair. I bought this at like Sam's Club like forever ago. And this is the squeaky chair. It's not that comfortable. I mainly bought it because it was pink and padded, not realizing that it makes a ton of noise and it is super duper squeaky. So if you ever see like a lot of cuts in my videos or me shifting and then getting irritated, it's because of the squeaky chair, which drives me insane. I want to get this switched out for a different chair very soon. And then underneath my desk, I just have a trash can, and that is pretty much it because you just get to the door again. That is my entire office. As you can see, I do have to keep it very, very clean because I cannot function in a messy room. Mind you, I did clean up for you guys. It's not always this clean. There's usually stuff on that desk. There's usually stuff on this desk. There's typically makeup that is out. And there's usually like a pile of stuff somewhere. So I did clean up. It is cleaner than normal. But I also used to have my whole filming desk was like here, just so I only had to like swivel my chair around, and then I had another bookshelf back there. I got rid of that bookshelf and I opened up this space because I can push this chair in completely, and then I have a huge space where I can stretch, do yoga, lay on the floor if I want to, and I have plenty of room in here. But anyway, that is my entire office. I hope you guys enjoyed this tour, and of course enjoyed looking at my BTS posters and my banners from the concerts I've gone to. If you guys enjoyed this tour, please go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet, please make sure to subscribe to my channel. You can also keep up with me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. I'm pretty much everywhere, and all the links for those are down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you again very, very soon. Bye.